morning, you guys. All right, today is March 28th. All right, we still have the moon that is in Scorpio. And I'm doing this reading at the planetary hour of... Hey, go over there, please. Thank you. I'm at the hour of Venus on Jupiter's day. Jupiter is currently in Taurus, so this reading, I don't know, it may be good. Maybe. Okay. Let me look at the transits. I want to go over Sabian Symbols today. I'm being called to do that. All right. So we have the sun. Let's do 9 degrees of Aries. Can you please go lay down? We have the moon at 15 degrees of Scorpio. We've got Mercury. I see you looking at me, but I'm not picking you up. I'm sorry. At 27 degrees of Aries. All right. We've got Venus at 21 degrees of Pisces. And then Mars is also in Pisces at 5 degrees. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to do Jupiter, because Jupiter's day is today. All right. And we're going to look at 17 degrees of Jupiter. All right, in Taurus. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so the sun at 9 degrees of Aries. A crystal gazer. All right, it says focusing the subtle mind, awakening the non-grasping, all-seeing, subtle aspect of the mind, sensitive, visionary, concentration of attention. That's crazy. This came out in my reading last night. It was giving me like the whole sensitive Pisces energy, the visionary Pisces energy. Concentration was the whole like Saturn in Capricorn energy, or Saturn in, was it Capricorn? No, Saturn in Gemini energy. All right, focusing in on paying attention to like what's happening around you, like kind of reading the room type of energy. All right, it says being able to see the whole picture. The mature psychic can interpret scenes and scenarios in the holistic context. This perspective is not given to one lost in narcissistic self-love and obsessed with self-projection. All right, today was the very first day that I actually walked my kids to school, and almost 5 people to me this morning was like, good morning, good morning, good morning. And these are random people. I probably walk by these people every day, and no one ever says anything to me. And this morning they were like, good morning, good morning. I'm like, good morning, good morning. Like, I don't know what it is. It was just given that energy. All right, so it says a crystal gazer, acuteness. It says perception of what is shapes what is to be. All right, I'll read a little bit about this. A person who gazes into a crystal ball is attempting to access an aspect of the mind that needs to be stimulated by non-rational techniques. Often called right brain intelligence, this half of the mind's understanding is found through soft surrender to intuition and developed by committed meditation. All right, through the marrying of this with rational thought, we are able to perceive with much greater acuteness the linkage between what is imagined and what comes to pass. We actually have the capacity to bring to mind an entire universe, to grasp its operating principles, and to learn of the tools by which to manipulate it. Let me read that one more time. Through the marrying of this with rational thought, we are able to perceive with much greater acuteness the linkage between what is imagined and what comes to pass. We actually have the capacity to bring to mind an entire universe, to grasp its operation or operating principles, and to learn of the tools by which to manipulate it. Interesting. All right, so gazing into a crystal ball, utilizing the energy of your intuition, All right, and surrendering to that energy of the meditation itself, all right, is where you are with your rational mind, the rational thought, all right, perceiving something. That's the linkage between what you imagine to what actually comes to pass. All right, that's what this is all about. So focusing the subtle mind, awakening the non-grasping, all-seeing subtle mind aspect of the mind, sensitive, visionary, and concentration of attention. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't think I'm a complete psychic, but I do have intuition. We all have that, right? So that's what it's given. All right, so that's the sun. Just a little check. All right, moon. Pisces, Scorpio. Let me look this up. Whew, okay, let me go back. I feel like completely out of breath. It's raining where I am, and the air is very thick. Okay, here we go. 15 degrees of Scorpio. Let's see what the Sabian symbol speaks about. Children playing around 5 mounds of sand. They look like little mountains like this. And it goes in this kind of shape. Like 5 of them, but it goes like this. All right, so Scorpio at 15 degrees, it says, first steps of humanity's spiritual breakthrough. A very small number of people have awakened to a higher level of consciousness. However, they are yet as undeveloped as children, realizing how little we really know. I'm sure there's so much more to explore, right? From what I'm doing, but here we are. All right. Numerologically, the number 5 is associated with the capacity of mind to penetrate further into the unseen realms, to discover and create new forms for universal ideas. Few people are truly creative, and those who are invariably are still playing around with this extraordinary gift. Humanity is on the brink of a new phase of being, and those with the creative flair will be called upon to indicate how we can do things differently. It's interesting. So this speaks about being true to oneself and the paramount in all things. It says here, a child does not concern itself with philosophy or morality over much it plays. As we reach further into the disturbing complexities of fulfilling personal ambitions and social responsibilities, we would do well from time to time to remember who we really are and what we really love to do. Being true to ourselves is paramount in all things, and a child no need to be reminded of this self-evident aspect of living free. People get caught up in People get caught up in social necessities. So when we openly express our own innocence, we can help them find theirs. It's rather unusual to meet someone who, in a world beset by ambition and fear, opts to retain a naive sense of fun. Such people are often well liked since they have an atmosphere of purity and reluctance to judge others. They are trusting and lighthearted and can often impact upon others in playful ways. Through this may appear a rather simple behavior, it is not without profound consequences. Generally, people like and need to be helped to relax. Those who can do this tend to gain influence. I did a reading last night, and this is giving me because it's kind of being showing your naive side, right? Bringing that inner child out is kind of what it's given me. I did a reading last night where Spirit was asking, or just saying in the reading, that it would be great to start like a retreat group, right? To help people overcome sadness, overcome some sort of hardship in their life, if it's drugs or alcohol or whatever. It's kind of what it was giving me out of the reading, right? But this is kind of giving me with children playing around in 5 mounds of sand, it's almost like everybody coming together, utilizing their inner child to build sandcastles. But people actually do this in real life, right? And it's very soothing, it's very relaxing. It's them tuning into to Mother Earth. I don't know, but that's kind of what this is giving me. It's you do have the energy of breaking through the spiritual aspect, or at least the connection that you have to spirituality and you don't even know it by the things that we do on an everyday basis. Just bringing out the energy of the inner child. Okay? So emotionally, the moon energy for 15 degrees in Scorpio is my message, bring out your inner child. All right. Let's see here. This one spoke about being sensitive, a visionary, right? Utilizing imagination and concentration. So the crystal ball, right? It's like whatever you, did I just write on my hand? I sure did. Whatever you kind of like, you know, think with your subtle mind is whatever you can manifest in the near future. All right, Mercury at 27 degrees of Aries. Let's go back. A lost opportunity is regained in the imagination. Okay. That's interesting. I'm looking at this depiction. I'm seeing, I don't know if you guys ever see, I mean, these are like really old, but like the jukeboxes when you roll the little thing and then the little guy comes out and he's popping out, like that's what I'm getting. There's a box and there's a guy popping out of this box. All right. There's another guy down at the bottom of the depiction and he's holding gifts. So let's just see what this is. It says, undeterred faith in pursuit of ideals, reevaluation of what success is, having faith in attainable ideals, and learning to avoid disappointment. So it gives self-development takes place on a trial and error basis. On a trial and error basis. It is process, not outcome, that matters, and without setbacks, we cannot perfect faith, the true prize. Let me start again. I am so sorry with my reading, guys. I swear it's not me. All right. Aries is my third house. It's ruled by Mercury. Mercury is in Aries in its pre-shadow period. I don't make this up. I normally do not read like this. Give me a second. Okay. Self-development takes place on a trial. Self-development takes place on a trial and error basis. It is process, not outcome, that matters, and without setbacks, we cannot perfect faith, the true prize. When we fail to achieve our intended purpose, then we must adjust our orientation of intent, considering again what success really looks like on the deepest levels. Of course. Girls, give me a second, guys. Let me just get them out. Girls, no. You guys, no. No, go lay down. You have to lay down. You don't bark because they're barking. I told you that. Stop it. All right, guys. I'm sorry. Everyday life, right? Okay, here we go. So, this one speaks about reformulation. We constantly recreate our lives and characteristics out of our imagination. Life is a game of snakes and ladders, and we must find a way to avoid certain of the snakes and also limit the reach of their downward thrust. To deal with setbacks, optimize gains, and minimize losses, we must put some safeguard into place. This depiction here is a little girl. She's playing with a castle. All right, again, it's giving me like utilizing the imagination to gain some sort of opportunity again, because of what you think is what you manifest, is what it's giving me. All right, we constantly recreate our lives and characteristics out of our imagination, it says. Okay, so again, Mercury at 27 degrees in Aries. All right, so Mercury's energy right now in retrograde in Aries. This is having a review of utilizing that to visualize, using our vision, right, to imagine what it is that we want to see in the near future. Let's see. Okay. I know you guys are probably like, why is she writing? I write so I can remember. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? Again, regained imagination. Okay, here we go. Venus and Pisces at 21 degrees. A little white lamb, a child, and a Chinese servant. Okay. Okay, so there's a child. It looks like there's a pet ahead of her walking. Looks like sort of like almost a mountain, almost like a little mountain goat type of deal. And then there's, well, it says a lamb. And then there's a Chinese servant apparently. All right. It says training and optimism. The pleasures of soft touch and a simple smile are powerful agencies through which we learn optimism, practice and demonstrate innocence of being. Practice and demonstration, innocence of being. Even though it says demonstrate, because that's what I'm getting at. I have to read it right. If not, I feel weird. All right. Before the mind gets involved in analysis and formulation of ideas, often there is a feeling sense of what is unfolding. As we bring the mental aspect to bear upon our feelings, then what was single gets polarized. And in that moment, we opt for this or that. Some opt for hope, some for resignation, some are optimistic, and some are fearful. A wise old Chinese oversees the child as she takes comfort and joy from the simple pleasure of a lamb's cuddliness. This is not trivial, it is huge implications. The child becomes more likely to expect and choose hope and joy because she has been properly trained in the skill by good parenting. So training and optimism. Let me scroll down a bit. So it's almost kind of like the way that you grew up. It's giving me. And feeling comfortable around even, or having the skills to be able to even deal with the lamb is what it's giving me. All right, so touch and base. I'm just looking at the depiction and what it means for me. I'm seeing this young kid following a lamb. Chinese servant is behind, way behind. It looks like it's walking up a mountain. Apparently it's like playing, right? That inner child feeling with this lamb. But you have this elder that's looking over this child. But the child has the skill to be able to do this. All right, so the training that takes place is almost like the lamb is teaching the child what to do. The child is then leading, and there's the Chinese servant that's watching this entire thing. So if you utilize the energy of vision, of what you see in front of you, almost, right? It's like you learning to gain a skill. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope it does. All right, so it says, under the watchful eye of a Chinese servant, a girl fondles a little white lamb. It speaks about talent. It says, we weave the threads of life to form identity and vision. Okay, I'm getting somewhere with this, right? It says, perhaps requires an unusual degree of wisdom and trust to understand that life is a limitless field of talent for self-discovery. So it's almost like being optimistic is you taking the step out there to be adventurous, to explore new things, to not be afraid to go after a white little lamb, to see where it's going to take you, to climb up this mountain. You don't even know where you're going, but there's always someone behind you watching, guiding, that type of energy. It's almost like you knowing spirit is there. Okay? Hold on. The enigmatic image, a lamb, a child, a servant, shows the scattered spread of possibilities that can have little or no connectedness unless the individual has the talent to join up the dots and bring a measure of order to apparent chaos. All right? So it's almost like, how do they say that phrase? I'm just going to leave it alone because I'm going to sound crazy. I can't get it off the tip of my tongue and I don't want to hold you guys up. All right, there has to be found a level of significance to bring together disparate aspects of life, assured by the belief that all things are interconnected. The talented mind will seek and find connectedness. From this, our lives can be made meaningful and comprehensible. All right, let's just move on from this. All right, so training and optimism. All right, Mars at 5 degrees of Pisces. I'm sorry, guys. My chest is like real tight. A church bazaar is what the Sabian symbol is. I don't know. I'm seeing like a church in the background. The churches that kind of look like this. I'll draw it out. I promise one day I'm going to get this whole technology thing together where I'm going to be able to share what I'm looking at here. But depiction. All right. Picture this in your mind. All right. This is the church. It looks like one of these churches. Just like that. And like one of these old churches that look like this. With the little windows like that. I don't know. I'm seeing a big fat moon in the middle. And there's this little person that's standing down looking at the church from a distance. Poor depiction, but that's what it looks like. Okay. That's exactly what it looks like. Okay. Bringing sacredness and conscience to the marketplace. Money can be managed without the poison of greed. Interact with others with integrity and lightness of being. Ooh, that didn't I just say earlier? It was like I've never talked to ever while I'm walking. Ever. I was walking today at a very easy pace because it was raining. The air is thick. I can barely breathe. I'm like carrying all this stuff, right? So everybody's like, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. I'm like, hi, hello, good morning. Like, it was so weird, right? I say. Since commerce often involves money, like likelihood of greed is stronger, it is much easier to store surpluses of coin than food. By bringing a spiritual focus to such mundane transactions, we can remind ourselves in sacredness, or that sacredness can be found in all things, and then we are less at risk of losing ourselves to our shadow side. What? Bringing sacredness and conscience to the marketplace. Money can be managed without the poison of greed. Interact with others with integrity and lightness of being. Since commerce often involves money, like the likelihood of greed, it is stronger. It is much easier to store surpluses of coin than food. Because food you'll always eat. The coin is what is hard to save. But it's saying it's much easier to store surpluses of coin than food. By bringing a spiritual focus to such mundane transactions, we can remind ourselves that sacredness can be found in all things, and then we are less at risk of losing ourselves to our shadow side. I don't know, this one speaks about like benefit. It says, our endeavors benefit by cultivating new contacts and consolidating old allegiances. Yes. I cannot speak today. I am so sorry. Our endeavors benefit by cultivating new contacts and consolidating old allegiances. A community thrives through its institutions and social events. It draws together people whose important loyalties are enacted through their participation in these shared responsibilities and activities. This is where we meet our neighbors and both celebrate and discover friendship. The connecting is unremarkable, yet it gives us all the chance to enjoy not only the warmth of fellowship, but also the pyramiding powers of accomplishment. Society organizes itself for the general well-being of its contributing members, and each of us has an innate ability to capitalize upon the enduring allegiances then develop within that. We gain as much benefit by what we give as what we receive. Philanthropy is thus sustained. We are wise to be open and willing in the knowledge that it is sensible to give when we can afford to give. Bro, if I'm not telling you guys, this is what I was getting yesterday out of that read. It was giving me like learning how to be kind and gentle and actually helping others benefit from the amount of love that you have. Being able to bring like a community of people together, whether you are poor, rich, whatever. It didn't matter, right? It was about everybody coming together. The reading, this is, again, I'm tapping back into, like, it almost felt like I was manifesting that in the reading. Like saying, you could be a leadership of a community of people and bringing these people together to be able to help heal. But not only that, it's kind of giving me, like, the whole given, it says we gain as much benefit by what we give as what we receive. It's like giving and receiving in a way where you can help someone and you can actually help heal, and they're help healing you at the same time. That's what it was given. All right, so I'm just going to make this one about like benefit. Last one. Jupiter, 17 degrees of Taurus. All right, so here we are. I read the Sabian symbol the other day. All right, with the 17th. Is it 17? I think it is. Hold on a second. Yes. This one spoke about a battle between the swords and the torches. Confronting inner duality. Life is a struggle between external and internal opposing forces. Confronting inner dualities. And I read this one the other day because it was giving me like the air and fire elements because of the sword and the torch. It's like the fire against the air. And I always interpret everything by like, by tarot. All right, it was giving me that energy. Confronting inner dualities. Interesting. In seeking further and further clarification of a newly discovered truth, we are required to develop warrior qualities and fight the real forces of ignorance, domination, and greed. Indecision is the fatal flaw for a warrior who must reduce matters to good and evil, black and white, and choose definitively between this or that necessity and desire. It's a symbolic battle between swords and torches. So what's the resolution here? We help each other. That's what it is. All right, I'll read it out. I'm going to read this slowly because it's a pretty big one. But here we are, right? The hour of Jupiter. Jupiter's in Taurus. I'm at the hour of Venus. This has to do something with this energy. All right, resolution. We must learn to discern between what ennobles us and what betrays spirit. Wants and needs are not always the same. Necessity is rarely kind enough to indulge our pleasures. Yet mind is a sword that cuts through the nub of any matter and gives us to the right path, or guides us to the right path. Yet there is often a contrary compulsion to follow what we hold a torch for and go against best strategy. Refusing to depend upon the past, the seeker turns warrior, battling against internal issues that can be seen as the soul versus the ego. We learn to face the need to choose this or that. This degree is about the polarization of values. Polarization of values. Distracted by things of secondary importance, we can lose self-confidence, yet distraction itself is needed if we are to learn how better to concentrate our attention on appropriate matters. We must learn discernment to know the difference between what is and what is not appropriate. The primary concern surely must always be to demonstrate and develop competence at being ourselves at the most profound level we can reach. With care, we can learn how to look beneath the surface of the things that come and go to find a center deep and true. In every event or thing, however transient it may be, there is a central cause that speaks eloquently to us of its essence nature. Whether we give our full enlightened attention to the heart of a matter has great consequence, because attention illuminates our path to the future and shapes our very being. The resolution is being guided by the energy of your intellect and not your ego, is what I'm getting out of this. All right. And truly focusing in on what it is that you value. All right. So utilizing the energy of discernment between what ennobles you and what's betraying spirit. The light and the dark. Okay. She's snoring so loud. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. That's the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter's energy for today. Okay. Don't laugh at my depiction. And I'm 31 minutes in. All right. So I'll start the reading. You guys do not have to follow in through these Sabian symbols, but it helps overall with the energy. And it's kind of giving me exactly what I was feeling yesterday. All right, throughout that reading, it's like coming together, utilizing the imagination. How can we be of service to others? How can we help each other grow, heal? All right, express love and compassion. All right, sensitize with others. It's kind of giving me also like not how to benefit off of each other. All right, but what's the benefit and what does that mean to you? All right, what is given? All right, guys. What hour am I at right now? Because energy matters to me. All right, I'm still at the hour of Venus. Let's go. Looks like I have until 11 a.m. And it's 10:37, guys. So I got started with the hour of Venus right on time. All right. Ooh. Okay. So the sun in Aries to the moon in Scorpio, this energy at this time, it's no longer in opposition because we're out of Libra's energy, but it is the energy of a quincunx, which means it's in conjunction. All right, so there's energy of discord there. All right, Aries sun wants to take action, move forward, right? But here we have the moon in Scorpio that can be a bit overpowering, emotionally obsessive, that type of energy. All right. So there's sort of tension there as well. That's what I'm looking at here. All right. So be sensitive right now. Utilize the energy of your intuition, your vision for your, imagination, apparently is what it's saying. And bring out your inner child so that you can fully heal. When Scorpio's energy talks about like you fully going within and tapping into those deep emotional feelings and facing fears. Okay. So utilizing the energy of the feminine, which Scorpio is a water sign, right? And we're speaking about the moon being in Scorpio. Let's utilize that energy the right way for transformation overall, and utilize it to imagine what it is that we want to manifest in the near future. Okay. 9 of Wands. Moon and Sag could be significant coming up. I think that happens tomorrow, which is Friday the 29th of March. 1 second. Yes. So the moon will move into Sag at 3:53 tomorrow morning. All right. 9 of Wands. The energy may feel that you really need to hold on tight to dealing with, it's kind of giving me like not adversity, but again, where we spoke about in the last Sabian symbol for Jupiter's energy is confronting the inner duality of the masculine and the feminine energies, right? It's like the ego, letting that ego go. All right? It's keeping you trapped. Can't make this shit up. Look what came out. The 9 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. Didn't I just say this depiction spoke about a battle between the swords and the torches? Here's the torches, the fire element. And here's the swords. Okay. Let's see. 4 of Wands. Okay, what's this? All right, so I feel like the goal here is to, wow, shut up. Look what I just saw. Look what's in the background. Look at my depiction. It's almost given like that's the church. That's crazy. Which one was that? Was that Mars in Pisces? Help me out here, guys. Who was that? Oh. It was, yeah, Mars in Pisces. Bringing sacredness and conscience to the marketplace. Right? And this one spoke about benefit. Our endeavors benefit by cultivating new contacts and consolidating old allegiances. All right. I don't know. I said that I saw somebody like on the outskirts looking in at the church energy. But look how this 4 of Wands is. It's almost like this is the energy of like celebration. All right. It says a community thrives through its institutions and social events. This is a social event. It's like everybody coming together and celebrating. Okay. So maybe this will happen by the time Venus moves into Aries, because that's what that card represents. That's the actual goal of this energy here. So Venus moves into Aries when? Hello. April 5th. It's like right around the corner. All right. Yep. And that's like 3 days prior to that new moon solar eclipse happening in Aries. Look how crazy this is. We spoke about something that said greed. No? Since commerce often involves money, the likelihood of greed is stronger. Let me read it while you look at this, because this is what I'm getting. Since commerce often involves money, the likelihood of greed is stronger. It is much easier to store surpluses of coin than food. By bringing a spiritual focus to such mundane transactions, we can remind ourselves that sacredness can be found in all things, and then we are less at risk of losing ourselves to the shadow side. The devil energy is the shadow side. This is the ego. This is the one that's greedy about what? The finances. When here, we have the energy of what? It says it is much easier to store surpluses of coin than food. Guess what this card represents? The energy. It's Mars in Pisces. This is the energy I'm reading at right here. And this here is the energy of the devil. Guess who the devil is ruled by? Saturn. Where's Saturn? In Pisces. With who? Mars. I don't make this shit up, guys. All right? It came out that way for a reason. Look who's at the bottom of the deck. The 2 of Cups. Didn't I say something about bringing in the energy of like duality? Confronting inner duality with the swords and the torches. The masculine and the feminine energies. Okay. So it says life is a struggle between external and internal opposing forces. This is about confronting those inner dualities. It's the ego that's making you react the way that you're reacting. It's the ego that's putting you all up in your head. It's the ego that's making you feel that you have to fight harder than what you actually have to. Okay? We're going to see this come to fruition here. All right? That's what I was getting out of the depiction here and the celebration. Okay? That's what I'm getting. That's Venus and Aries energy happening on April 5th. What else do we see? Or what do we need to see? Who's this? What did I say? When you visualize through the energy of your imagination, you are able to not only just visualize it, all right? You're able to bring out your inner child and manifest it. Okay? Mercury energy in Aries right now. All right, so Mercury at 27 degrees of Aries. This one spoke about undeterred faith in pursuit of ideals, reevaluation of what success is, and having faith in attainable ideals and learning to avoid disappointments. Okay? It says, through imagination, a lost opportunity is regained. Okay. It says we constantly recreate our lives and characteristics out of our imagination. How do you manifest? You utilize the energy of your thoughts, your emotions, what you're passionate about. All right. Spirit says King of Pentacles, yes. This is overall King of Pentacles energy is telling me that you could be a type of person that once you overcome struggle, hardships, you know, overcoming like adversity and things like that, facing the shadow side of yourself, the ego and whatever that is, and when it's actually time to celebrate, when you come on the other side of your manifestation, it makes you feel abundant, happy, grounded, tuned in completely with the energy of Mother Earth. All right, you've found a sense of value here and what actually benefits you. That's what I'm getting. Oh, so whatever that lost opportunity was, all right, it's then regained is the message. Thank you, Spirit. Great work, Jazz. That's what that was. That's what that was. All right. And I was asking Spirit in my head, like, at least can I get a son on this? Can I get a yes on this? Spirit says, no, you can have you, Jazz. It's your star card. You're the star of this, the show. I always take it that way. I seen the Eight of Pentacles earlier and I didn't say anything about it because it was giving me confirmation, like, great work. That's what I was getting. All right. Yep. It was almost like great work strategizing that information. All right. That was a complete success. I saw Chariot card. I saw Seven of Swords, which always is a positive for me because Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius is independently gaining that information. All right. That's what that means for me when I see this energy. And the way that it came out, it actually came out this way. All right. Look how it's saying independently strategizing how to overcome what? This can be like a shadow side as well. The Seven of Swords is the energy of the moon. All right. The moon can be hidden enemies. It can be secrets. It can be things that are unseen. All right. Things that need to be, how do you say this word? I'm just going to say researched because it does have to do with the air element. All right. And when you do your research, you sit back independently, work alone. All right. And you gather this information and you strategize how to move forward. It brings you success. Chariot energy. Okay. That's what it was given. Alright, I'll leave those two out. Spirit say leave them. Let me shuffle one more time. I'll give you a couple more cards here, and then I'll pull a crystal. And we're out of here. I'm like 45 minutes on the clock. I went live yesterday, and my video did not show up in my live. Don't know why that happened. It showed that I had viewers at that time. It showed, you know, how long my duration was, this whole thing, and then it disappeared. It was so weird. It was almost like that reading wasn't supposed to go out. Knight of Cups. Queen of Wands. What is this? And Queen of Pentacles. Okay. We got the King of Pentacles out here, guys. And the Moon. With the King of Wands. Holy crap. Look at this, guys. Look. Look at this. Like, don't play. Let me just do it this way. Because the king has got to look at his queen, right? Wow. That's dope. This is mastering a new skill. Alright? This is mastering at you being confident enough to do research, passionate about whatever it is that you're doing, and teaching others about this. Alright? Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Look at this. It's completely supported. Because you're super intelligent. Queen of Swords energy. Okay? So, I hope you guys got what you needed out of this reading. Alright? With the energy that's happening right now. With whatever degree I just told you was happening in. Specifically heavy on the Pisces and Aries energy here. I mean, yeah, we have Taurus. We do have the opposition of Scorpio there. So today, what is it? The Moon and Taurus and, Jupiter will be in opposition. Let me just double check. It might be like Uranus's energy or something. But that's what it's giving me. Scorpio, Taurus energy with Jupiter and the Moon. And then we've got Aries with the Sun and Mercury. And then Pisces with Venus and Mars. That's what I pulled. Alright, so... Yep, the opposition of the Moon in Scorpio with Jupiter in Taurus. Alright, but we started here at the hour of Venus. It's Jupiter's day. Jupiter is currently in Taurus, so the energy is great to read for it right now. Alright, we also have the oppositions of Uranus later on today with the energy of the Moon. Alright, and we also have... there's a trine here, it looks like, with the Moon in Scorpio and Venus in Pisces. Which the same for yesterday with Mars's energy. Alright, so easier energy today because Venus in Pisces is exalted there. Okay, let me just get these guys shuffled up and we'll do a spirit crystal. Good job, girls. Like the other dogs start barking and they go berserk. Like, let me out. Okay. Let's see here. Crystal spirit. For today's energies, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra opposition. Okay. Down at the bottom of the deck, Orange Sapphire, joy and sensuality, body love, and respecting your body. Who knows how to say this word? Is it celestite? I don't know. I'm getting like a big fat heart. It almost looks like a moonstone for me. All right, let's see what it speaks about. I'm getting together, I promise. Connection to the angelic realm and divine energy. Clear channels for communication with your guides and universal consciousness. I don't make this up, guys. Spirit shows me what to do, or at least makes me feel what I should be looking into. And the information comes together. All right. I don't know. That's what it's given. I'm going to read it out. Where's the damn book? Here we go. 15. Here we go. Celestite. At least I think I'm saying it right. Again, connections to the angelic realm and divine energy, clear channels for communication with your guides and universal consciousness. It says each of us is a unique expression of the conscious universe whose endless imagination is also expressed through guides and angels. Did you know that these entities are eager to help you find balance and align yourself with the conscious universe so that you experience all that you deserve? Celestite Spirit is here to let you know that you are always connected with magical beings from the angelic realms, beings that are especially gifted at showing us what the eyes don't always see. That's so crazy. So crazy. Your message today is to be open to the guides and angels all around you, above you, and below you. They are loving and supporting you in finding your purpose and feeling joy, love, and hope, no matter what outer conditions. You have all you need and are always accompanied by these entities who are devoted to bringing love and healing to all of us when we are feeling alone and weak. Today, we connect with the angelic realm by calling upon these loving guides to light the path for you and help you become conscious of the unconscious gifts that are there for you now and always will be. I'm telling you, today I felt the energy. It was like everybody around me was being so nice. Everybody. That's Spirit's way of saying like they are the ones in control. All right, you walk by somebody and normally they're like, but then you walk by your angel guides and these people they look like people, right? I don't even get it. I don't make this shit up. You just know. You just know. So you're walking by them, they're just like, hello. Like, I'm here with you. Keep your head up. You're almost there. I'm telling you, I'm carrying all this stuff, right? You're almost there. Like, hi, good morning. Like, keeping you positive while you move forward. Okay? Right now, guides and angels who understand human frailties. Right now, guides and angels who understand human frailties are close by, nudging you and whispering to you, sending you love and helping you with any specific challenges you are facing in your relationships. They are completely dedicated to being that perfect friend, teacher, or healer, and will do all they can to connect you to the people with gifts for you. So listen to the message of Celestite Spirit and open your eyes to the working of guides and angels in your life today. They will operate through people, strangers, and newcomers in your life. Often so, if you have been isolating yourself, break out of that now. Pay attention to those beings sent your way by the beings who know just who can help. Enhance your relationships with guides and angels by reaching out to them with a prayer or a request today. Last night before bed, I seen 11:11 on the clock. And I said to my angel guides and to God, and I said, I wish that all the difficulties that I'm having in my life at this time go away. I don't know how you're going to do this. I don't know how things are going to come about, but I pray that everything's going to be okay. I woke up this morning. It's raining shitty outside. All right. I got up. Kids got up. We got to walk to school. Took them to get breakfast. Made sure they had their belongings for what they needed for school. And I was on my way back. And the entire time, it was positive energy. All the way through. All right. So prosperity message. Angel phone ringing. Pick up, please. It says Celestite Spirit has a way of amplifying that ring so that the guides and angels who are eager to help you achieve the prosperity you seek come rushing to answer. Now is the perfect time to ask so that you might receive. Do you doubt that angels and guides are eager to help you experience the abundance that is your birthright? Send that doubt packing and open your heart today, asking the angels and guides to assist you in aligning with a state of wealth that you desire and deserve. They are but a prayer away. So I'm telling you, I prayed last night, like literally spoke to God in my head, seen the number 11:11 and was like, this is it. I put the card back, but that whole celebrating card with the church in the background and the wands up, that's the 11:11 card. Okay. That's the Venus and Aries energy. It says, crystal meditation. Celestite is a high vibration sulfur bearing stone that effectively opens and clears the upper chakras. Meditation with the stone can assist one in connecting with angels and guides. Due to the sulfur content, it is also an excellent stone to use to clear energetic attachments. All right. So clearing energies. Helping to connect with the angelic realm, all right, and for clear communication with you and your guides, all right. That's what it's good for. I love you guys. I'm leaving the reading there.